Welcome to Mauritius, a small island nation floating in the Indian Ocean, east of Madagascar. A place that, on the surface, looks like a paradise postcard: turquoise waters, swaying palm trees, endless stretches of white sandy beaches. But Mauritius is not just a honeymoon getaway. It's not just a place of luxury resorts and Instagram sunsets. This island is alive. It breathes with history. It dances with culture. It hides stories of survival, of migration, of colonial struggles, and of triumphs that shaped its unique identity. And today, we're diving deep. From the bustling streets of Port Louis to the fishing villages along the coast, from the sugarcane fields to the volcanic mountains, we're going to uncover what life in Mauritius really feels like. This is not just another tourist guide. This is the story of Mauritius. The story of its people. The story of life on an island where paradise meets reality. So sit back, relax, and let's journey together into the heart of Mauritius. Imagine arriving in Mauritius. Your plane descends, and through the window, you see the island slowly revealing itself. A ring of emerald mountains rising from the sea, sugarcane fields stretching endlessly, and the coastline lined with reefs protecting the lagoons. The first impression is breathtaking. The air is warm, salty, and scented with the faint sweetness of sugarcane. But once you step out of the airport, you realize this is not just a tourist island. It's a functioning, vibrant society. Cars rush on the left side of the road. Markets buzz with life. You hear a mix of languages: Creole, French, English, Hindi, all spoken within the same conversation. This is Mauritius, a melting pot, a crossroad of civilizations, an island where worlds collided and somehow created harmony. To understand life in Mauritius today, you need to look back. The island was once uninhabited. No native people lived here. The first visitors were Arab sailors, then the Portuguese. But it was the Dutch, in the 17th century, who first settled. They brought sugarcane. They brought slaves. And sadly, they also brought extinction. Most famously, the dodo bird, which disappeared forever. Then came the French. They built Port Louis. They expanded the sugar industry. They left their language, their architecture, their cuisine. After the French, came the British. They abolished slavery, but to replace the freed slaves in the fields, they brought indentured laborers from India. Thousands arrived, and they stayed. That's why today, Mauritius feels like India, Africa, Europe, and China, all at once. Every Mauritian carries this layered history. It's in their food, their festivals, their music, their values. Life here is a constant reminder of survival, adaptation, and cultural blending. If you want to feel the heartbeat of Mauritius, you go to Port Louis, the capital city. It's chaotic, noisy, colorful. On one corner, you'll see colonial-era buildings. On another, glass towers of modern banks. The central market is the soul of the city. Vendors shout, bargaining fills the air. Spices pile high, fruits glow with color, fresh fish lie on display. This is where you taste Mauritius. Dole puri, thin flatbread stuffed with yellow split peas. Rougale, spicy tomato sauce with fish or sausages. Gâteau piment, crispy chili fritters. Every bite tells you, life here is about flavor. About mixing, balancing, and creating something unique. And in the evenings, when the sun sets behind La Pouce Mountain, Port Louis transforms. The waterfront lights up, families stroll, street musicians play sega, the traditional dance music of Mauritius, born from African rhythms, carrying the memory of slavery and resilience. But life in Mauritius is not just Port Louis. Drive out of the city, and you discover another rhythm. Small fishing villages like Mauritius, where men head out early in the morning with nets, and women sell the catch by the roadside. Or rural towns surrounded by endless sugarcane fields. The sound of machetes slicing stalks echoes across the fields. Harvesting sugarcane is backbreaking work, but it has been the backbone of the economy for centuries. Village life is slower. Everyone knows each other. Neighbors share food, festivals, and gossip. In the evenings, kids play barefoot football on dusty grounds, while elders sit outside chatting under the warm breeze. This is where the true soul of Mauritius lives, not in the luxury resorts, but in the everyday lives of ordinary people. Mauritius is a land of festivals. If you live here, you don't just celebrate one culture, you celebrate them all. Chinese New Year lights up the streets with dragons and firecrackers. Holi paints the island in clouds of pink, green, and blue. Eid brings families together with feasts of biryani and sweets. Christmas fills the shops with lights and music. And Diwali, oh, Diwali, turns the island into a glowing sea of lamps. Every religion, every culture is respected. Temples, mosques, churches, and pagodas stand side by side. This harmony is rare in the world. But here in Mauritius, it's a way of life. It shapes how people interact, respectful, tolerant, open. It's why Mauritians often say, "We are one people, under one sun." Of course, when people think of Mauritius, they think of beaches. And yes, they are spectacular. Grand Bay, True Ox Beaches, Belle Mare, Le Morne, the list is endless. Turquoise lagoons, coral reefs teeming with fish, powdery white sand. But there's more. Climb up to Le Morne Brabant, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. From the top, you see the island stretch endlessly, the lagoon blending with the deep blue of the Indian Ocean. Visit the seven-colored earths of Chamarel, where the soil itself forms surreal rainbow dunes. Walk through the Pamplemousse's botanical garden, home to giant water lilies and ancient trees brought from across the globe. Or hike through Black River Gorges National Park, where waterfalls crash into hidden valleys, and monkeys leap through the trees. For Mauritians, nature is not just beauty, it's daily life. They swim in the lagoons, picnic under banyan trees, hike the trails, and respect the land that sustains them. But what about the practical side? What is daily life like in modern Mauritius? The economy has grown beyond sugar. Today, finance, technology, and tourism are big players. In Port Louis, you'll find modern office towers and global banks. In Cyber City, IT companies and startups rise. Education is free. Healthcare is free. The literacy rate is over 90%. Life is not perfect. There are struggles with inequality, with youth unemployment, with the pressures of globalization. But Mauritius is often called the African tiger because it transformed itself from a poor, sugar-dependent colony into a middle-income, diversified economy. For many Mauritians, life is about balance. Work hard during the week, then enjoy weekends at the beach with family and friends. So, what makes life in Mauritius truly unique? It's the island spirit, a sense of hospitality. You'll never feel like a stranger here. A love for food. Meals are not rushed, they are shared. A rhythm of life, slower, calmer, more connected to nature. Mauritians have a saying, no pays tea, no cur gran. Our country is small, but our hearts are big. And when you live here, you feel it. Life in Mauritius is not just about beaches and luxury resorts. It's about history and struggle. It's about diversity and unity. It's about family, food, culture, and nature. It's about living on an island where paradise is not just a tourist slogan. It's the everyday reality, mixed with challenges, hopes, and dreams. Mauritius is proof that small places can have big souls. So, the next time you hear someone say Mauritius is just a holiday destination, tell them this: Mauritius is life itself. Rich, complex, and unforgettable. And once you step onto this island, you'll never see paradise the same way again.